آثار جيل للمعالي سطرا إن أردتم أن تكونوا شامة بين الورى فاقتفوا آثار جيل للمعالي سطرا.
A man came to the Prophet ﷺ. He said, "Oh Prophet, when is the hour going to happen? When is it going to happen?" And the Prophet ﷺ said, "ماذا عددت لها?" What have you prepared for it? He said, "Nothing except that I love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Messenger." And the Prophet ﷺ said, "Al-mar'u ma'a man hab." A man or anybody will follow, will accompany with the one that he loves. So if you love the Prophet ﷺ, you will be together with him in the paradise. This is what the Prophet ﷺ meant.
All of us, every one of us, will meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the hereafter alone, without a defender, without a protector, without a helper, without an interpreter. You will be alone, standing before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He will look at your right, He will see nothing but the hellfire.
When a day when you stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when there is no translator, when you look forth on your right and your left, and you will only see that what you put forth in this life. And the Jahannam will be very close in front of you. What is it that you will say? What excuse will you have if you are from those who are greedy, who are stingy, who attended and never gave, who listened and never acted upon?
What are we doing here? And where are we gonna go? It's like we just woke up one morning and then it's welcome to the show. Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes, and don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. Dismiss these scriptures as legends and tales of the ancient folk, as we live life according to our whims, desires and hopes, saying this life is the only home we will ever know. We will live then die, then simply turn to bones. YOLO! Correction, after the grass dies, the rain arrives and it regrows, and Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from your very fingertips to your toes.
This dunya, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ says, if it was to equate in the sight of Allah a glass of water, He would not have watered the non-believer, even a cup of water. Meaning that this life, this dunya, does not mean anything in the sight of Allah. But this deen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He gives it only to those He loves. But then what comes after this dunya, ladies and gentlemen, comes something called the final stretch.
And the death that you're running away from you is coming toward you, la mahala. No doubt. Imagine, now the soul is out. One of two ways. It comes out like a drop of water comes out of a spout, or is being snatched like a wet wool by a sharp object. Which one do you want? Wallahi, it's your choice, ya akhi.
ما غرك بربك الكريم. What is there that has caused you to be deceived about your ever generous Lord? How can you be deceived? What can possibly change this reality that all of us know? The only way to attain tranquility is through the worship of Allah, is by turning to Allah, is by making Allah the ultimate goal and destination. We all know this. Then why is it that we turn away from this path? Why is it that this world can seduce us away from this path? Oh mankind, what is there that has caused you to be deceived about your Lord? Has not the time come, my dear brothers and sisters, for our hearts to become soft at the remembrance of Allah and at the Quran and at hearing about Allah and His Messenger? Has the time not come that our hearts turn to Allah and that we become better Muslims? My dear brothers and sisters, how many khutbahs will it take? How many lectures must you be told? Don't you understand? Don't I understand? If I don't change now, if you don't change now, this is a plot from shaitan never to change. There is no tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Every day has another tomorrow. And the time will come when for you and me, there will be a day where there will be no tomorrow. If we keep on saying, tomorrow I'll start praying, tomorrow I'll be a better Muslim, this tomorrow will never arrive. For the sake of your dunya and akhirah, for the sake of your Jannah and nar. For the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, each and every one of us has to change. Each and every one of us must set goals to better himself. Now, not tomorrow. At this point in time, because there is no tomorrow.
إن أردتم أن تكونوا شامة بين الورى فاقتفوا آثار جيل للمعالي سطرا. إن أردتم أن تكونوا شامة بين الورى فاقتفوا آثار جيل